Well, Ten Hag and United provided two problems to Arsenal, and Mikel Arteta with Arsenal offered three solutions to go ahead and really surpass the problems that United really provided. They answered the two questions and questioned one more question to Manchester United that United couldn't find an answer to, and obviously the game ended 3-2 in favor of Arsenal. So we are here to do the player ratings. Who was the man of the match? I think most of you are really having contagious thoughts about who the man of the match was, but I have my man of the match that played into the favor of the side of Arsenal, because there is no you can tell me that the man of the match came in from Manchester United, yet Manchester United lost the game of football. That has never happened. I've never seen a team losing and the man of the match given to a team that is losing. That's out. Even if the goalkeeper makes 100 saves, you get at least that man of the match goes to the person that's going to have to score that one goal that has given the team the lead. So, welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. Arsenal have gone ahead to play 19 games in the Premier League. They've gone ahead to win 16, drawn 2, and lost 1. And guess who they've lost to? It's only Manchester United. So, it's sometimes it's always back to revenge. So, the revenge has been accomplished. Arsenal came at Manchester United 3-1. Arsenal hosted United at Emirates 3-2 in favor of Arsenal. So it was not all rosy for Arsenal when they came to Old Trafford. It ended 3-1. And obviously it has not been rosy when United paid them a visit. It ended 3-2. So let's get into the player ratings, because we have to talk about Trossard, who came in through and really played some good 8 minutes on the field of play. Tomiyasu also came in through, but we are going to first rate the first 11 players that really came on and really played the entire 90 minutes. So, Rokani David is my name, don't forget. Don't forget to subscribe also. How do you subscribe? Smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you to get notified every time I upload a video onto this channel. I don't want to see Arsenal fans coming at me unless you never watched my preview. I told you I'll be surprised if I to get a result from Emirates. I told you I've been vocal about this for like a week, because I know what it's all about going at Arsenal. Even if we had Casemiro and the entire full squad, it would have been hard for us to get a result. That's it, because Arsenal is really a team that never stops going to the goal of its opponent until the final whistle is blown. And Ten Hag came into this game not wanting to park a bus. He all went out at Arsenal toe-to-toe, and that's why you saw the game of football ending 3-2 in favor of Arsenal. Let's start with Aaron Ramsdale. Had 2 shots to save, one of Scott McTominay in the 28th minute. Then Rashford came close, I think around the 56th or 60th minute. That's when he came in close to hit that ball, and it was really a very good save, by the way. For me, that was the best save, I think, of the game, because it deflects off a player of Arsenal, but Ramsdale doesn't lose flight or direction of the ball and punches it into the corner to see to it that a team called Arsenal goes ahead to really get itself into the lead again by that save of Ramsdale. So I'm giving Ramsdale a 7 out of 10. That's it, because in such games you need to be having people to come out and really do the needful for you to really win them. You need every player to be at its best, at his or her best. Now, let's go to the right back, Ben White, who came in through and played 45 minutes. I really believe he was sloppy. Now, when I tell you that there is something wrong with Ben White, people don't want to listen to me. When I was doing what I call the combined 11, very many people came at me, Rokani, you are biased about Ben White. You are overhyping Dalot. Guys, look at the 2 games. Look at the 2 right backs in the team. I believe Aaron Wan-Bissaka is a downgrade of Diego Dalot. But the downgrade of Diego Dalot silenced Martinelli. Martinelli had nothing to do in that entire game. That's why he was taken off and Trossard came in through. And you saw what Trossard brought to the field of play. So, what does that show you? It shows you that Ben White failed to stop Rashford. Rashford got him on a yellow card and was taken off at half-time. He even reached an extent when he really crossed the center and put out a blind pass. He lost his head. He lost his head. You get? So, the game of this magnitude blew him out of his mind and he lost his senses. That's it. but I'm not going to give him a rating below average. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. That's it. 6 out of 10. Because none of the goals that Arsenal conceded are for Ben White to blame. You get? He passes into Saka. Saka loses the ball, but that's a very good press for Manchester United. Tapped in by Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw finds Bruno. Bruno passes into Rashford. Rashford netmags Thomas Partey, and Weghorst really shields away close to 3 central defenders of Arsenal. Rashford gets shooting space. Boom! Into the back of the net to make it 1-0. So he's not to blame. I think the only bad thing he did was that blind pass. But I think he was not all that bad. 6 out of 10 for me for Ben White. That's it. Let's go to the left back, Zinchenko. He was really all over the pitch. He played a very beautiful game of football today. But I believe he's one of those players that really gives Arsenal self-belief that let's keep going. Let's keep going. We can go ahead and really win this game of football. And obviously, they've gone ahead to win it. Let's talk about Zinchenko as the left back of Arsenal. He really played very well. And that winner that Arsenal score, he's the man that was responsible for the cutback that finds Odegaard. And Odegaard lays out a pass to find Nketiah. And Nketiah flips it into the back of the net to give Arsenal the lead. Meaning that he was really pivotal into this game of football. Let's see what his game by numbers were. That is Zinchenko. So Zinchenko's game by numbers: 88% passing accuracy, 23 final third passes, 85 touches, 7 passes into the box. He had the most touches into the box of the opponent in the entire game. 5 times he won possession 5 times. 4 duels won, 3 crosses brought in, 2 tackles, 2 interceptions, 1 chance created, and 1 big hug from his manager, that is Mikel Arteta. Zinchenko kept his team going. To me, I believe he's really going to be one of the highest earners on the score sheet, because at halftime, the return before second half resumes, they go into a circle. We see him telling his players, all his fellow teammates, we are winning this game of football. Let's go for it. So he keeps pushing. Even when there is no opportunity, he tells his players that we can win this game. We can win this game. So I'm giving Zinchenko an 8 out of 10. That's it. 8 out of 10 for me. That is Zinchenko into this game of football. Let's go to the central defenders. Gabriel Magalhaes. I think he put up a solid performance. He closed down Weghorst. No creativity from Manchester United, especially from its wingers. They are never troubled, you get. And 7 out of 10 for me. William Saliba had nothing to do a lot, but they did some good recoveries and obviously put out a solid performance. 7 out of 10 for me. William Saliba. So the central defense of Arsenal really gets that, because they really did a very good job to really help their team win. Let's go to the midfield. Thomas Partey. I think this is one of the games that he was really less recognized. He was not the Partey that people were talking about. And he never imposed himself into this game, I believe. I believe Xhaka Odegaard had a better game than him. He was silent, and he was not the Thomas Partey that we expected to be in the departure or in the absentia of Casemiro. That's it. So I'm giving Partey 6 out of 10. I don't know what you think about, but I'm giving a 6 out of 10 because I never felt him in this game. I never felt him. That's it. I never felt him, to be factual. So that is what I'm giving Partey, 6.5 out of 10. Let's go to Granit Xhaka. One of the players that really performed better in this game of football of Arsenal versus Manchester United. He really put up a very thrilling performance into this game. Created the first assist. He resulted into that chance, I think, that Odegaard missed. Is it Odegaard or I think it's Odegaard or Nketiah misses. Puts up a very resilient performance in the midfield. Adds a lot to the game of football. So I think had a very brilliant game, that is Granit Xhaka. And his game by numbers was as follows. 89% passing accuracy, 50 touches, 5 touches into the opposition box, 4 touches completed. He won possession 4 times, 3 passes into the box of the opponent, 3 duels won, 3 tackles won, 2 crosses, and 1 assist. So those are 5 assists in the Premier League now. That is Granit Xhaka, and I'm giving Granit Xhaka an 8 out of 10 into this game of football because he really performed very well. He was flawless in that midfield. He was really epitomizing it, especially as far as transitioning into the final third was concerned. Let's go to Martin Odegaard. Guys, you know, I've always told you why I love Martin Odegaard ahead of Bruno Fernandes. As much I support Manchester United, but Bruno lacks ingredients that Odegaard has. You get? The way Odegaard imposes himself into this game of football is really immense. And one thing I like about Odegaard, he doesn't get out of the central axis. He does most of his duties in the center axis where a central attacking midfielder should be playing. That is Odegaard for you. He keeps himself present. He makes himself available each and every time Arsenal need him to go ahead and really pass that ball. Now, look who is responsible for that goal that Arsenal score that wins the game. Zinchenko does a cut back to Odegaard. Who feeds that ball to Nketiah? It's Martin Odegaard. He wins the game. He wins the game. He's still the most important player at Arsenal. And trust me, he's the best player in the league. People will downplay his efforts, but I tell you this, if at all you know the game of football, you know how much it really requires you to put in an effort of a player like Martin Odegaard. So I believe it's really one of the players putting a very good performance. I believe I'm giving him an 8.5 out of 10. He really did very well. He performed very well. He was really all over the pitch, and I believe people really appreciate this guy by the end of the season because he's great. He does everything. He feeds the center forward. He releases Saka. He releases Martinelli. Guy, he's really a one of a kind. So 8.5 out of 10 for me. Let's go to Martinelli. Guys, I think this was one of the worst games Martinelli has had at Emirates. And remember, this is the stadium he's going to hit to score most of his goals and put up most of his assists this season. You get? Martinelli goes ahead to be closed down by Bukayo Saka. That's it. Saka closed Martinelli down for the entire minutes he was. He never went past him. Did he even register a cross into the box of Manchester United? I doubt. Saka closed him down. So I believe he had a very silent game. Even when Arsenal was beating Spurs in the game away at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, I didn't recognize his presence. I think there is a little bit of drop-off, but that drop-off comes in at a very right time when Arsenal have brought in Trossard. So I believe there is an option that can come and start ahead of Martinelli because there is a drop-off for Martinelli because his productivity and output looks like is on the descendancy. Yet he was supposed to be on the ascendancy. So we need to see him really doing the needful more in this game of football. I'm giving him a 6 out of 10. A 6 out of 10 for me. I'm giving Martinelli because I never really felt him. If I told you guys felt him, remind me of any chance that he came through and really put in the shift as required for Martinelli as the standard he set, because I've always told you that every player is as good as his previous 90 minutes. You get? So that's it for me. 6 out of 10 for Martinelli. Let's go to Eddie Nketiah. No, Bukayo Saka. I believe Saka had a very beautiful game. He had shots on target. He scored one. What would have been his other second goal was denied by the bottom post. But I won't downplay his efforts. He really looked great. But I doubt whether he really went past Shaw. And I've seen someone saying that, look, Saka roasted Shaw like a turkey. When? Because what Luke Shaw was doing was simple. He was marking his goal area and forcing Bukayo Saka go outside his 8 yards area. What does that mean? He did his job. Saka to get that shot is simple. It's because Eriksen doesn't do his job. When Freddy comes on, Saka doesn't take any other shot on goal because Fred was closing down that half space area that Eriksson was not closing before. To see to it that Saka went in for 2 shots. One on target in goal, 53rd minute, and I think like 10 minutes later, it hits the bottom post. You get? Freddy comes in through, closes down that area, and Bukayo Saka gets silence in that game of football. That's it. But he really had a very good game, and I'm giving him an 8.5 out of 10. And allow me show you his game by numbers because he was really ridiculous. Saka, Bukayo, 21 years of age, English player that has gone ahead to do lots of things for his club. Now, Bukayo Saka's numbers, game by numbers versus Manchester United. Most final third passes, he had 27. Most touches in the opposition box, he had 13. Most duels won, 6, shows you that he has really gone ahead to improve onto his physicality and defensive game. Most chances created, 4. Most fouls won, 4. 5 shots, 5 crosses, 2 shots on target, and 1 goal. That is Bukayo Saka for you. Obviously, doing the needful to win this game of football for Arsenal today. And I'm giving him an 8.5 out of 10. Let's go to the man of the moment. It's Eddie Nketiah. Nketiah, a man that many let down, that never believed he would ahead and really help them. I stood with him. Because I know Arsenal is one of those teams that creates chances. For any number 9, the only thing you should do for him is go ahead and create him chances. You create him chances, obviously he will score those goals. That's what Eddie Nketiah is all about. Today he has been really clinical, according to me. 3 chances, scored 2, and missed 1. But that one, it was all about the brilliancy of David De Gea. That's it. And the main importance of a striker has been really told to me that he either breaks the dreadlock, levels the game, or scores the winner. And today, Arsenal were behind, he levels the game, Arsenal were level, he wins the game of football. That's what the striker is supposed to do. And Arsenal, the good thing with them is that the striker will be there knowing that chances are going to come. And this is where you ask yourself, do you stay with Jesus, or Nketiah? So I leave that over to you. But this was his game by numbers, and that is Eddie Nketiah. 90% passing accuracy, 36 touches, 9 touches in the position box, 6 shots, 5 duels won, 3 shots on target, 2 goals and 1.6 goals. He averages 1.6 goals per game ever since he came in through. That is Eddie Nketiah. And I believe he has improved onto his defensive side and physical ability of really chasing down players. That's why he's going to have to win more duels. And I'm giving him a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 for me for Eddie Nketiah. Obviously, the Hell End Academy took over the day with Bukayo Saka scoring 1 and Eddie Nketiah scoring a brace. That's it. So I'm giving him a 9 out of 10. Then there came into Tomiyasu at half time, played 45 minutes. Yeah, he handled Rashford very well a little bit, more than how Ben White did. I'm giving him a 7 out of 10. That is Tomiyasu. Let's go to Trossard, who came in through and he made his debut for Arsenal. Guys, unless you don't want to be rewardful, unless you don't want to give this guy his props because he deserves them, he came on through, he does that pass, you get? He makes an inviting run, and then he does a pass to find Zinchenko. Zinchenko goes in for a cutback, and Arsenal scores. So it shows you how important this Trossard substitution was, because he was told to play into the half spaces, because he knew that, Arteta knew that no one could go past Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and he said, let's utilize this weak area that doesn't have Casemiro, and obviously that half space costed United the day. So Trossard played very well, like 8-10 minutes, 7 out of 10 for me. Not bad for his debut, and the debutant really played very well. Let's talk about the manager, Mikel Arteta. First and foremost, he learned from the mistakes he made in the first game at Old Trafford. The way he really made those substitutions, brought on Fabio Vieira at once, Marquinhos, Emily Smith-Rowe. He took off like 3 players and brought on 3. So he learned from his mistakes, and I believe today has really done a very beautiful game under pressure. But obviously, he has managed to coach his side, because that Trossard substitution wins the game. Arteta changes play by making or going all out for it, because he knew even a draw doesn't matter. He tells Zinchenko, we are going all in for this game because United is sitting back. They are fighting for a point. What you do, let Trossard add himself in the midfield to outpower the midfield of Manchester United or to outnumber them. Then crosses should be coming from your side. And obviously in that master plan, that's where Arsenal gets the win. So I'm giving Mikel Arteta a 9 out of 10. So who is my man of the match? My man of the match is obviously Eddie Nketiah, Mr. This. You know, I've seen Sky Sports give the man of the match to Bukayo Saka. Guys, you see, why should Bukayo Saka take the man of the match award when Eddie Nketiah scored a brace? Let Nketiah take his day. Leave this day for this man and let him win his game and let him enjoy his moment because he's shining. And when Jesus comes back, it's going to be hard for him to get enough playing time. That's it. So those were my player ratings. Arsenal 3, United 2. My man of the match is Eddie Nketiah, who scored a brace against my team, known as Manchester United. So your thoughts are welcome in the comment section below. Don't forget to tell me what you think about this game of football. I sign out for now. See you later. May the Almighty bless you abundantly. Good night. Let me see whether I'll come back with a reaction of Mikel Arteta and the photo of Yakub Kier in the stands at Emirates watching the game of football, and he is just going to be unveiled today as the new Arsenal player. Bye bye guys, your reactions are highly welcome and your ratings for these special players of Arsenal are welcome too. Bye bye.